Are you aware of a type of scam that could trick you into violating your NDA, put your project access at risk, and expose your personal information? I call this type of scam a shadow project. It looks like a legitimate AI project, but operates outside the company's official platform. And the concerning part is that many of these scams don't begin with suspicious emails. They often begin with information we unknowingly share ourselves. This is part 2 of my 3-part series about the dangers faced by online raiders and data annotators. Today, we're talking about threats that target people who are already working on AI projects. These scams don't target job seekers. They target active workers who are already inside a project. Once scammers know which platforms you're on, they'll create fake versions of it, fake dashboards, fake tasks, fake login pages, all designed to steal your credentials or trick you into violating your NDA. You may be asking yourself, well, how do they know what I'm working on? We'll answer that in just a bit, so stay tuned. Neither of these dashboards is obviously a real dashboard. They're simply illustrations to show you how convincing a fake dashboard can look. So you can assume the one on the left is real and the one on the right is fake. The point here is scammers sometimes create websites and pages that imitate legitimate dashboards. They lure you into logging in, uploading ID documents, or completing test tasks. Now, how do you avoid this? Whenever possible, access the platform by typing the official website yourself or by using a saved bookmark instead of clicking links in emails or messages. If the URL isn't the official domain, assume it's a trap. With every project I signed up for and every certification I completed, the platform provided sufficient training materials and practice exams to properly prepare you for the project or the actual certification exam. Unfortunately, sometimes beginners still download practice tasks, exam simulations, or training modules from strangers online. These files may contain malware designed to steal passwords or other personal information. How do you avoid this? As I just stated, your training and practice will be provided directly on the platform, so there's no need to download any files from outside the company's platforms. Also, keep your operating system and web browser, antivirus, and malware protection all up to date. Legitimate companies normally provide training materials through their own official portals. Now let's answer that question from earlier. How do scammers even know which platform you're working on? Simple. Your digital footprint tells them. When you join Facebook groups, Reddit threads, Discord servers, or Telegram channels and say things like, I'm onboarding with such and such company, I passed the AI company exam, or anyone else working on super duper project, you're telling scammers exactly which company to impersonate. Scammers may monitor public groups, search for keywords, or collect information that people voluntarily post online. Does this happen to everyone who posts this type of information online? No, it does not. I just want to make sure you're aware that this is how they know how to target you, how they know which dashboards to fake, and why their spoof tasks look so convincing. Now, once they know where you work from your social post, they'll try to lure you away with something that sounds too good to be true, which leads us to the shadow project scam. This one is sneaky. I call it the shadow project scam. You'll be contacted with a message like, we have a private project with higher pay. You can work off-platform for extra money. Join our Telegram group for confidential tasks. They ask you to download zip files, submit your work through Google Sheets, or complete tasks outside the official portal. Remember that many legitimate companies also use messaging platforms for announcements or community discussions. The warning sign is when someone asks you to perform project work, submit confidential information, or download files outside the official workflow. How do you avoid this? Unless you're certain the communication is part of the company's official workflow, you should avoid doing any project work while not on the project's platform. And watch for these red flags. Ask to leave the official platform, higher pay with no explanation, download zip files, new login page, submit your work through Google Forms or Google Sheets, asked for passwords or verifications. Act quickly. Falling for this shadow project scam will likely violate your NDA, could get you terminated, and may expose your identity. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like. And remember, security isn't about being suspicious of everything. It's about slowing down just long enough to verify before you trust. That's exactly what part 3 is about. So stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.